Okay, guys, hey, we're getting ready here with round 7. It's already underway. Pairings went up, and guys were quick to move because these two are playing for their tournament life, essentially. Standings had Mike at 9th after 6 rounds, and John here at 10th after 6 rounds. So Mike playing Affinity, we saw him last round. John Goss, we saw play Abzan Collected Company against the Lantern Control earlier. But just an update on our players trying to go back-to-back. Josh Everly, dead for top 8. Joel Sadowski, dead for top 8. We will have a brand new top 8 today. Not a single player who top 8'd yesterday will be in the top 8 today. So that's kind of interesting. It's kind of crazy, but anyone who was pushing for the Joel back-to-back, hate to disappoint you, won't be happening this year. So cranial plating out for Mike. This is a big board state. I mean, I'm not sure what John has in hand or what he can do to deal with this immediately. I think he's trying to figure out what he can do here. I think this is a matchup where we were talking about earlier, where there's absolutely no reclamation stage, and any 75 here for John could really come back to haunt him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a target for Cord. It's a collected company target.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those things where I just feel like you can bring it back with, what's a 3-1, right?
2-1.
Two.
Reclamation 1 is stages 2-1 for.
So you can bring it black with. So you can bring
Revel
it
Arc.
black with Revel Arc. You can bring it back with Witness. Yeah, I just feel like 1 somewhere in here would be one of those things he really wants. But that being said, there's the Kitchen Finks. What are we gonna do here? I have to believe that now that the skies are open, Ornithopter's gonna wear cranial plating.
No, it's a Vault Scourge. That's gonna wear it.
Oh, you're right. 6. Whew.
And life gain.
And maybe more.
More.
What are we looking at here? 7, 8. Yeah, sorry. We didn't bring them back. Yeah,
Oh, I
our
didn't
fault.
see those.
All right, so
All right.
19, what are we looking at here? A lot of damage.
This is going to be a big life point swing.
To the other side.
Oh, no, they're
They're both going to gain. Yeah, you're right. It's got lifelink. It's going to be both ways. I totally forgot.
That's why I said big
swing. All right, we're getting that update. 26-11. Wow. Okay. So.
There's not a whole lot of time left.
No, not a whole lot of time for John.
I'm betting he's wishing that.
Reclamation Sage.
Yeah, A, he had a Sage. B, that was that Kitchen Finks was more like a Knight, and then that he had a Retreat to Coral Helm in his hand. So while we have listed this as Abzan Collected Company, it does have
Retreat.
the Retreat combo package
yeah.
in it.
It's running 1 Breeding Pool and 2 copies of Retreat. So it's splashing that 1 blue, but it is on the whole Abzan.
And it has birds. It has Hierarchs.
Right. Yeah, so is it 1 card in Mike's hand? 2 cards.
He doesn't need 2 cards.
2 cards, wow. It's
a lot of cards.
It's a lot of cards for Affinity at this point with the board state looking like this. And Mike was on the play, which is a big deal.
I mean, actually, John's lucky he had a bird on his, bird or Hierarch on turn 1 is bird.
Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise he'd be like, staring down that board at the 2 land, and like, I don't know what I'm going to do here.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotta get in with Kitchen Finks. Mike gives him the thumbs up, says, yep, bring it in. Leaving the bird up. Mike needs another black source, and he can... Well, he's got it now, right? He can activate a creature, tap.
There he goes.
Ravager. Metalcraft activated.
All sorts of grand and glorious things happening now.
gonna go ahead and get in with everything. So it's double black to instant speed change the equip, correct?
Yes.
I have to. Can Scourge be blocked?
It flies.
Right.
It could be
It
blocked.
can be blocked, right?
Yes.
It's just, yeah. So he's got to throw a thing in front of it. Because this is the lethal attack, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is absolutely a lethal attack. So he has to block here. He has no choice.
Wait, what's happening?
So he has no abrupt decays in the main. In fact, his main board is all creatures and lands, and the retreat.
Yeah, plus ways to get creatures.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. He's got them all listed under here. So yeah, 2 retreat, 4 collected company, 4 court of calling. Yeah, but nothing like there's an abrupt decay in the board, the stony silences in the board, 2 path in the board, and I think that's 4 fulminator mage. I mean, his board looks good for this match. This main decking is looking a little rough though. Bringing out.
He's got Kataki War's Wage.
Well, if let's see, he can cord for 1 for Noble Hierarch, or I guess he's gonna keep cord. I guess he could cord for another bird, right, to keep it alive or something like that, to keep him alive for another turn or so.
Yeah, he could.
Collected company. Okay.
There we go. Let's see what happens.
It's to look at 6.
He's picking.
Nope. Another Finks and a Knight.
There's a Knight. There's one part.
All right. Well, that Coco changes the way this game is gonna get played for sure. Oh no, I guess he went back to 10 on that.
Yep.
So, excuse me.
Get Finks.
Finks. I had him go
Yeah,
higher, and now down to
combats.
6. And Mike gains, yes? Or no? What did he do there?
Yeah, he does.
What did I miss?
Oh, he's sacking.
Sacking to kill him.
Going for the
okay,
lethals.
yeah, going for the lethal.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just doesn't have enough blockers.
Yep.
He has so many artifacts, and Ravager just, great draw.
Yeah, so, all right, so we got to... See, Danny's probably telling you, yeah, I put the life totals in, and they just murdered him.
Well, that's Mike's standard thing. It's like wait till he moves to the life pad, and then what's up?
Well, I talked to him about that too. He was a little salty that we accused him of that. But
No,
he,
you're just joking.
He said, I always ask if they have effects.
Well,
I
it's
said,
once
I
he's
believe
tapped
you.
out, it's like you're tapped out,
tapped
and we're
out, you know, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. So, John's probably thinking, holy man, that's okay. Post board, he's got an abrupt decay, 2 path to exile, 2 stony silences, and 4 fulminator mages. I imagine that those two
Kataki
people
War's
come in.
Wage.
And yeah, Kataki War's Wage. And for Mike, for this matchup, Turper Orb. Dismember, maybe? Spellskite. What do you think with the Abrupt Decay? I think Mike probably brings in Spellskites.
Yeah, it sounds
2
reasonable.
Spellskites. Blood Moon. Mike's got a Blood Moon in the sideboard. What do you think he brings that in? I think Blood Moon is a house here. Path is really good for John, right? And is Mike running any basics? Mike's running
He had,
one
like, a
mountain for his Blood Moon, for the Blood Mooning. So this ought to be interesting. I'm not 100% sure, but I definitely think Turper Orb, right? That's coming in for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Relic of Progenitus, maybe? I mean, Mike knows that he's running things like Revelark. Mike knows he's running things like Night of the Reliquary.
You can always respond to the trigger of something coming back into play.
Yep.
By exiling the graveyard.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I definitely think that relic is coming in here.
Okay.
Especially for Night, right? Like, if nothing else, it shrinks Night.
Yeah, that's good.
Turns Night off. So.
Or Grafdigger's Cage.
Oh, Grafdigger's Cage is absolutely coming in here. Yeah, there's just so many good things he could bring in, right? But I definitely think Turbo Orb and Cage, maybe 2 Spell Skites. I don't know. It just depends on what he wants to do.
You think he brings in Whip Flare?
No, he doesn't want to overboard, right? I mean, he still has a really. It seems like he's got a favorable matchup. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I definitely think Turbo Orb and Cage, at the very least, are coming in here, right? I mean, that basically shuts down everything this guy's deck wants to do. John wants to be bringing in, going infinite, doing that stuff, right? And Relic can turn off the other piece with the Knight. So I'm thinking Relic, thinking Turbo Orb, I'm thinking Grafdigger's Cage, potentially Blood Moon, and
Dismember. You like the Spell Skites, though.
I like the Spell Skites just because Abrupt Decay is something that these decks absolutely run in their 75 and in some quantity, and just because John only has one doesn't mean that Mike is thinking that. Mike might be thinking he's bringing in a full 4, for all we know from the board, because it's a very, very strong card. Yeah, so should be interesting. What do you think about Fulminator Mage here for John? Like, is it worth it to bring them in? He's got 4 of them, which I have to imagine is for like your Tron matchups and your Bloom matchups. But
I don't know that that's what you want to be doing here. I mean, I granted though, like the man lands can be a pain.
Mm-hmm. I just don't know how much else it kills Metalcraft. It cuts down on your Metalcraft, right?
Yeah.
Cuts down on the number of artifacts in play. It's tough to say because. What's he take out?
You don't want to over. It's like you just said it about Mike's deck. You don't want to overboard.
I don't know that he. I think I take my Core Helm package out in this matchup. It's too cute. You don't have time for that nonsense.
That can happen on turn 3.
You could be dead on turn 3, man.
You also, but he's on the play.
I mean, you could still be dead on turn 3.
He's not going to be dead on turn 2.
Well, no, that's true. Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting. We'll see what happens here. All right, because we're going to get into Game 2, final round of Swiss. These guys fighting for their spot in the top 8. Okay. All right, and we're being told that our backup match is in Game 2 also with Matt Curry taking Game 1 over Rob Goots. And
Rob with Merfolk, who featured previously. Matt Curry, I think, might be actually the guy who beat Mike in round 1 with this Mardu.
No. That guy, no. I talked to Mike about that, and he's not. But this is a Mardu Pox deck that definitely beat Joel. I was talking to him about.
Oh, it was Joel. That's who I was thinking. I'm sorry.
Joel out of the
You're
tournament.
right. That's who I was talking about.
All right, so we've got a Signal Pest in here for Mike. And John grabbing a Godless Shrine. And untapping. So, no bird on the play. No Hierarch on the play.
Well, Signal Pest is not the.
Is that Stony Silence? I mean, yeah, it's got to be, right?
It could be Kataki. Because isn't that one drop?
What?
Kataki War's Wages.
I'm not 100% sure.
Like War's Wages. I just see that so infrequently.
Yeah, no, that looks like Stony Silence. I'm just not familiar with that art.
Oh, hold on. What happened with the Signal Pest? Did he pay to keep his land in play? What's going on?
I don't know.
Is that good enough? Is that how it works?
Yeah, just hit enter. Just spell it, right? Yeah, you have to put in more.
The whole bitch.
Yeah, put the whole
there.
shit in there. Oh, and there's a Malira. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
Kitaki.
Wow. Well, looks like game 3 will be coming
So he just had the one up in his
soon
hand.
enough. Yeah, I mean, hey. When you got it, man. Are you kidding me? The chat's saying, yeah. I mean, Mike's probably thinking the same thing. Are you kidding me?
So Miser Mountain Galvanic Blast, and then try to get back into this. I can't see the card.
Yeah, we can't see with the glare.
Sorry.
I saw a white permanent come into play, and that's about all I could make out. All right.
We're going to move the table for future matches to a place that doesn't have this glare with the lighting.
Yeah, I think next time we do something like this, we'll probably make a shade or something like that. But we're leaving the windows open for all the other players. You know, I think there's 80 people actually still playing. So there's the kitchen finks. It's going to start to run away. So it'll be at 20. Yep. Let's save them. Yeah, it looks like we're going to go to game 3 here. So that's brutal.
Yeah, like natural, right off the get.
Yeah. Yeah, feeling good, I'm sure. John thinking, oof, that was nice. It's nice to have that, right?
That's basically the snappiest of snap keeps.
Life totals are new game. Life totals are Mike saying, I can't get out of this abuse. That's the end of that nonsense. Right, so is he looking at sideboarding again? Is he changing up for the play and the draw? I mean, he's definitely, that transition is wonky a little bit. Sorry, guys. For whatever reason, some of our cameras are cutting in and out periodically. There we go. So, Mike laughing it off. Yeah, well. All right, one game. One game for it. No, yeah, it was Kitaki on turn 2. On the curve. On the play. Yeah, so. Well, with the Kitaki, I guess you don't really need the Rex stage, right? So, like.
Well, problem is, it wouldn't have helped him in that last.
In the Lantern game?
The Lantern game, because
Yeah.
he had his one of shoot Kitaki, kill it.
That's true.
On tap, I'm okay.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, see this guy's shuffling it up, getting ready. Well, yeah. So round 7, kind of stressful. I mean, Mike lost his first match. I'm not sure where. Well, we watched John pick his loss up against Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Also, John is at 13 points too, so he's
got to win.
He wins and then needs some help.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
So John's playing for, like, I hope my breakers get me in this nonsense. Where did he pick up? He's got a draw somewhere?
Mm-hmm. 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss.
Wait, did we watch him lose or draw?
We saw him lose to Lantern.
To Lantern, right, yeah.
Oh, no, he got
he
game
drew.
1. That's
he
his
drew
draw.
he drew with that.
That's
because
right.
we were talking about how he
Because we
just
switched
kind of, like,
over to
going
him.
and switched over to him, yeah, so. Yeah, that's right.
He was our backup coverage.
That's right.
Oh, that's a maul.
Okay. It's like John's happy. He's got his grip.
Turn to Kitaki.
Ugh. Well, I don't see it in his hand immediately. There were definitely some white cards there, but Mike's probably bringing wear and tear in here for the Stony Silence. Didn't think about that, or thought seizes, one or the other. Mike's also got Ancient Grudge, but that's probably not. So Lantern was. Let me see if I can find. The Lantern player was Matt Ling. That's who we saw in that particular. It was Matt Ling, who is at 13 points also. So if he wins his match, he'd need breakers as well, and his breakers are currently worse than John. John is the top 13 pointer. Excuse me, guys. John's the top 13 pointer. Mike is the bottom 15 pointer right now. So 9 and 10 respectively in the standings. Right, 27 minutes left in the round. One game. Mike on a mulligan. He's thinking hard about this. Can't get a look.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And John, snap kept.
All right.
Nope. Going to 5. Wow. I'm right. Well, this might be a quick game. One way or the other. We've seen 2 very quick games.
Yeah. There's been a decent number of fast games. It's a good thing we had some backup matches. And we had the time when we had our games and then our backup match, and then there was like 20 minutes left.
Yeah, yesterday that wasn't happening at all. Like, standard was just... Some of those matches were taking, forever.
Yeah, full time.
Yeah. Matches that it would be like game 1 was really fast, game 2 really fast, and then game 3 was just like, oh my god, a grind fest. Well, Mike, hoping, please, something, right? Let my 5 be good, let my scry be good. Try to stay relaxed, try to stay loose. John, trying to hide his excitement about his opponent mulling to 5. You can't help but be a little excited about that.
Yeah, you take every...
Especially on the draw.
Yeah, you got to take every advantage you can get.
Mike is keeping at 5. Bottoming the scry.
Oh, boy.
That's unfortunate, too. There's a Nexus and no turn 1 play. Ooh, there's a bird.
And a bird. That is...
Are we going to see a turn 2 Kataki again?
This is exactly the scenario that John wants.
Yeah. It looks like Mike's hitting his land drops, so that's a plus. Gonna get in, yeah. Unfortunate. So he's gonna play Windswept Heath here and go to 18. Fetch a Plains. Are we gonna see a Kitchen Finks here? Stony Silence.
Alrighty.
Wow. John just having it always. And that. Yeesh. Ink Moth gets in. Ink Moth comes in, gets the Blink Moth in. Wow.
He has all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Plus cards.
Yep. Another bird. It's a gross amount of mana too for a guy who is you know, able to cast like Collected Company and grab really big stuff.
Yep.
It's a lot of mana.
Yeah.
I can't tell what his hand is, but it's definitely not looking great for Mike right now. Mike has an Opal in hand.
Yeah, a non-functional.
Yeah,
Opal.
yeah. The Stony Silence. Trying to see what's going on here. Another Ink Moth.
Ugh, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is just setting up for if he has Court of Calling.
Yeah, I can't see
Next.
what John's hand looks like. Even a Collected Company is backbreaking here. And he can cast it too. He fetches, he does have a Collected Company in hand. Yeah. He'll probably cast it in response maybe, or 4 blockers. Yeah, Chord for Kataki. Yeah. Chord for anything, I mean. Jeez. So here comes the Collected Company. It's gotta just be sucking the life out of Mike right now. He's just feeling this game just run away from him. I'm not sure he has any way to come back or to regain parity here with these kinds of things happening. This Collected Company would have to brick, and looking at this deck list, it's highly unlikely. Yeah. Viscera Seer. Whew, man.
This is not
yeah.
good. Mountain Whip Flare.
Yeah, I guess if he brought him in.
Can help a little bit.
Yeah. If he brought him in. Yeah.
Come on, Mike.
And then
Mountain
untap
Whip
and goes, right? So I can't see his hand, so it's hard for me to speculate on what his moves are here, but that is a land, it's a Temple Garden, and then 2 cards in hand. Gonna get in, trigger Exalted. Yep, tells him 2. Mike going to 18 here. White. Okay, so that is the Kintree, Spirit, and Offenza. So bolstering nonsense is about to start happening.
Yeah, here it comes. Mountain Whip Flare. The Mox Opal being non-functional is
really crushing. Yeah, really crushing right now. And because he's holding red cards in hand. I can't see what they are. But we're going on the Infect plan. That's the Ink Moth getting in there. Alright. Ornithopter. 1 Infect. Sacking Viscera Seer to scry. Didn't like what he saw, so he's going to keep going here. Untap, draw. 2 cards. Man. I mean, John's 1 draw away from just breaking this game wide open, right? I mean, Malira.
Mm-hmm.
And it's infinite life. There it is.
You did say Malira, didn't you?
I did. Bolster. Malira needs, he can go infinite life, gets a Kitchen Finks infinite life, gets the Murderous Red Cap, kill you dead.
Yeah.
He's got everything he needs here, right? A chord, and he's on it. Now man, all of the lands, just every single one of them. We're going back to Blink Moth here. I wonder if the Ink Moth was a mistake last time.
Maybe.
It's 1 point of infect damage from
Yeah.
the Ink Moth Nexus. That's 8. There's another first for us this weekend. That's the
Infect
first point of
damage.
infect on stream. Yeah, it's infect on the right, guys. Oh, man.
Oh, did he put it in? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, the burnt and fire tender.
Mm.
So now
Yeah.
even his out is not an out.
Yeah, so the whip flare doesn't get him out.
I think he's good if he plays Lotus and to
Yeah, that's a deep strat. It's a deep strat versus whip flare. Yeah, well, can you tell? John's probably been blown out by whip flare before and was like, never again. Never again. All right, one draw. 8 to 13 here. Let's get these life totals updated correctly. What did he draw? A Burton Tender Forge. That's infinite life, and that's going to do it. All right, well, looks like John Goss going to move to 15 points. Needs some help on the breakers to get in. And Mike, unfortunately, on the outside looking in again. That being said, highest placing cumulative player both days was Mike. Mike got 9th yesterday, and we'll find out where he is today, but just outside the top 8 both days. Really unfortunate for Mike.